Our planet faces a crisis of our own making. Plastic, once a symbol of progress, now threatens the very ecosystems we depend on. From the deepest oceans to the highest mountains, plastic waste is pervasive. Its impact is devastating, and the consequences are far-reaching. This is a global problem that demands a global solution. The production of plastic continues to escalate. This relentless increase exacerbates the environmental problems we face. Plastic waste leaches harmful chemicals into the environment, contaminating our soil and water. These chemicals can have detrimental effects on wildlife and human health. Plastic pollution is particularly evident in our waterways. Rivers, once symbols of life and purity, are now choked with plastic waste. The Drina River, flowing through Bosnia and Herzegovina, is a stark example. Images of plastic bottles and bags clogging its waters have become tragically commonplace. Similarly, the Yukske River in South Africa suffers the same fate. Its once pristine waters now a dumping ground for plastic debris. But it's not just rivers that bear the brunt of our plastic addiction. Beaches, once havens of tranquility, are now littered with plastic debris. Copacabana Beach in Brazil, a world-renowned tourist destination, is often marred by the presence of plastic waste washed ashore. The same can be said for Badwar Park in India, where the once pristine sands are now polluted with plastic bottles, bags, and other discarded items. Recent attempts to address this crisis on a global scale have faltered. In December 2024, negotiations for a global treaty to curb plastic waste collapsed in South Korea. Some oil-producing countries, with vested interests in the continued production of plastic, resisted calls for production restrictions and reduction targets. This failure highlights the challenges in achieving a unified global response to this multifaceted problem. Despite this setback, hope remains. The urgency of the plastic pollution crisis is undeniable, and the demand for action continues to grow. Public awareness campaigns, scientific research, and grassroots initiatives are gaining momentum, putting pressure on governments and corporations to take responsibilities. The time for half measures is over. We need bold, decisive action to tackle this crisis head-on. Governments must implement strict regulations on plastic production, reduce our reliance on single-use plastics, and invest heavily in waste management infrastructure. We must all examine our own consumption habits and embrace a more sustainable way of life. By reducing our plastic footprint, supporting businesses committed to sustainability, and advocating for change, we can all play a part in turning the tide against this global crisis. The future of our planet depends on it.